Hello, everyone. I am the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B, and I'm honored to be here with you on this evening's book club reading of The Verge. I'd like to thank our author, Lynee Dunn, for writing such a powerful piece. And I pray that somewhere in the words that you hear through this video, you are inspired, encouraged, and empowered. Okay? Today's chapter is entitled Think Like a Defender. Think like a defender. And it begins like this. It is time to process new thoughts. I really want you to think like a defender. If you could think like a defender, you will start to defend yourself. What I mean about defense is this. In a criminal setting, a defendant may raise a defense. Let me say that again. In a criminal setting, a defendant may raise a defense in an attempt to avoid criminal liability. Take defense. It is the action of defending from or resisting attack, a means of protecting something from attack, a means of protecting something from attack. That is very important. In a military measure, there are resources to protect the country. In sports, an action or the role of defending one's goal against the opposition. Defending against the opposition. The players in a team defend the goal. There's a support system to help protect yourself. In a criminal setting, you would need a defense attorney. In sports, you have a defensive lineman. In football. In your body, you have an immune system, all to help protect you from an attack. To protect our bodies from harm, we take self-defense classes. Well, what can we do when we want to help protect our minds from harm? Well, from the previous articles, we've read that there are psychological defenses. It is my belief I can protect my mind from an attack with mental defense. To protect us from our thoughts, I can use the visual senses. The clinical studies show to use the insert technique in the mind. That's a good countermeasure. I learned that the imagery will help you to get a better image of oneself. Get an image of yourself, like an image of a professional woman wearing a black suit. Keep that image before you as much as possible. Now, these methods that I am giving you are here to help protect you. I hope it keeps you from being in a relationship with a person who could abuse you. To be honest, I want so much more for you. I want you to take self-defense classes so that you will feel empowered to protect yourself. This will help me feel better about your safety, to keep you safe. Let's talk about introduction to self-defense. The purpose of self-defense is the countermeasure that involves defending the health and well-being of oneself from harm. A course in self-defense will typically be comprised of 3 parts: the knowledge of how to fight, avoidance, and de-escalation techniques. Also, it's the use of physical force to counter an immediate threat of violence. The chances of success depend on a large number of parameters related to the severity of the threat, on one hand, but also on the mental and physical preparedness of the defender. The physical preparedness. As a woman, this must be our mindset. We should always be prepared for a possible attack, even if you never need it. Learn from the following exercises. The lost art of defense. Possession games, as in football, take an exercise and turns every player into a defender. The practice itself seems lodged in an age where punishment and consequences serve as a deterrent for a lazy performance and a lack of personal and team accountability. The writer of this article watched 3 academic training sessions statewide. Over the course of 4 years, there was an apparent lack of defensive principles taught during possession games. The 10-ball drill. This exercise is where the team with the ball greatly outnumbers the defending team, who must hunt the ball down like a pack of ravenous dogs. In these games, the defending team must win possession as the clock ticks upward. There are 10 balls, and they are played at a variety. There are 10 balls, and they are played in a variety of entry points, while the total time it takes for the defending team to clear all the balls away is added up. Punishments are exacted according to the group who took the most time to win back all team balls. Drill of consequence. Perhaps the most effective drill of consequence is the 6-second exercise, which is exactly what it sounds like. Win the ball back within 6 seconds of losing it to mitigate any potential counter-attacking movement. When the 6 seconds has passed without disrupting the attack, consequences are doled out for the team. What I took away from this article, which makes so much sense, is that consequences are served as a deterrent for poor performance. Poor performance. Consequences for the team as well as personal accountability. This says a lot about the type of mentality a person has as a player and probably as a person. We may never see the likes of Franz Beckenbauer, Paolo Aldini, or Javier Zanetti. Just like goal scoring, which is an art, individual defending requires time and repetitions as inputs and yields experience as output. When teaching good defense principles and molding defenders, it takes time. In life, there is always something for everyone. However, we have to know how to find it, says Javier Zanetti. Having played over 1,000 games, 100,000 minutes on the pitch taught him to respect the value of time. Reference the articles These Football Times 2014, Lost Art of Defending. These drills really helped me to reinforce why I have to be a defender. Most importantly, defense exists to help the team reach its goal. Just like goal scoring, which is an art, individual defending requires time and repetitions as input and yields experience as the output. Teaching good defense principles and molding good defenders takes time. Teaching good defense principles and molding good defenders, once again, takes time. Time is input. Experience is output. I respect the value of time. However, I want my daughters to know how God has helped me. First, we live in a natural body, right? For the spiritual man, you will need help for the spirit, right? I want to let her know that God has delivered me and He can deliver her. This has been a book reading from Lynee Dunn's literary work entitled The Verge. I am the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B. I'm honored to be a part of this book club reading. I can be reached at 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519. Visit my website at daqueenbee.com, DAQUEENBEE.com, or search for Angie B Productions on Facebook, ANGIEBEE Productions. Thank you, Sister Dunn, for inviting me to participate. Keep writing, keep sharing, and I'll continue to be here to support you. Thank you so much. Be blessed.